we need to understand few things about the Shastras. Shastra is a scripture which completely takes away all your doubts. Samsaya Rakshasa Nasa Mahastram. Samsaya is a Rakshasa. Please understand. Samsaya is a Rakshasa. Doubt is a devil. Once the doubt enters into your mind, till you are cleared, you can't sleep, you can't rest. Shastras helps you to get rid of these doubts intellectually. One thing you should understand about the intellectual clarity. Unless you have a complete intellectual clarity, even if you believe, your belief will be pseudo. Please be very clear, your belief will be pseudo. Anybody can shake your belief. Anybody can shake your faith. Your faith will not have a strong base. Your faith is almost a building without foundation. If you build without foundation, what will happen to the building? The same thing will happen to you if you don't have the base of Shastras. Somebody asked Vivekananda, Swamiji, what is the importance of Vedas? Why should we study the Shastras? Vivekananda says, if you study the Shastras, all your faith, all your sincerity, everything will become so strong, nobody can shake your faith and sincerity. Otherwise, any fool can come and tell you what you are doing is superstitious things. And you will start thinking about it. You will start contemplating about it. Am I really doing superstitious things? Am I really following the right thing? What am I doing? You will start having doubts about yourself. You don't believe your faith. Please be very clear. You don't believe your belief. That's very important thing. Every human being should understand. You don't believe your belief. You may think you are believing something. You may think you have faith about something. But your faith or belief is not deep enough. It will not take you anywhere unless you have the foundation of intellectual conviction. Unless you have the deep foundation of Shastras, you will not be able to believe anything. I have seen the people who think they believe. Please be very clear. Even your emotions are not so deep. You think you have love. You think you believe. I see all kind of people. One man came and told me, Swamiji, I love the whole world. It is very easy. Again and again I tell people, to love the whole world is very easy. To love your wife is very difficult. That is where you are stuck. To love the whole world is very easy. You can always say, Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam. I feel the whole world is like my family, Swamiji. The problem is you don't feel in tune with your own family. You think you love. You don't really love. Our emotions are not deep. Our faith is not deep because we don't have the intellectual conviction. A man who don't have intellectual conviction, just faith, it can be shaken at any moment by anybody. Just one question is enough. He will be totally shocked. He can be shaken from the root. Shastras, the intellectual understanding, gives a base so that all your convictions, all your faith, all your belief can enter into your being and start working. Bhakti, devotion, is just a alchemy process. If a touchstone touches you, have you heard of this touchstone? Ramakrishna says beautifully. If a touchstone touches any metal, it will become gold. Just by a sparsha, just a touch is enough. Any metal will be converted into gold. Bhakti is a touchstone. The moment the bhakti touches you, simply you will become God. You will become divine. The problem is we never allow the bhakti to touch us. We never allow the devotion to work on us. We never allow the devotion to penetrate our being. We may think we want God, but we are continuously afraid of divine. You may think you want divine, but as long as it is very superficial, as long as things are under your control, things go well. The moment the devotion enters into your being and starts the process, you say, no, not that much, this is enough. I think that is too much for me. You stop at certain point. Your faith is just pseudo. A small story. One guy who lived throughout his life as atheist, he fell from a cliff and he was hanging, holding a small root, and slowly the root is also giving way. He started shouting, "Oh God, I never believed you, but now I believe you, please save me. Please save me, now I believe you." Heard a booming voice from heaven, said, "Oh my son, don't worry, I'll save you, just let go the root. Let go the root, I'll save you." Immediately he said, "Is there anybody else who can save me?" Our faith is just pseudo. Is there anybody else who can save me? God is only one choice for us. If you don't have any good movie on the TV, that day you go to the temple. If you don't have any other commitment, any other party, that day you think of going to the temple. God is only one more choice for us in our life. Till you have the intellectual conviction about the life, God will be just one more choice in your life. The spirituality will be just one more choice. You will just choose. It will be just one more shop. Walmart, McDonald's, spirituality. You will decide which shop should I enter. It will be just one more shop, nothing more than that. The basic need for the life is intellectual conviction. One guy was praying to Venkateshwara, "Oh Prabhu, give me $1 million. If you give $1 million, I'll put $200,000 in your hundi. If you don't believe me, deduct the 200,000 by yourself. Just give only 800,000. Our faith is only this much. Our spirituality is just game. As long as things go well, as long as things go according to your route, God is great. I have seen people, if they pass in their exams, they will break coconut. If they fail, they will break Ganesha. If they pass in their exams, they will break coconut for Ganapati, Ganesha. If they fail in the exam, they will break the Ganapati itself. Our faith is very pseudo. It is not life transforming. We don't allow the devotion to work on ourselves. There is a beautiful sloka in the scriptures of Vedanta. First thing which you need to do is Vijnanamaya Kosha Vedana. The translation of the translation goes, clearing your intellect. You need to break, you need to open your intellect. You need to have a clear intellectual understanding about life, about spirituality, about everything. Shastras, scriptures gives you that intellectual clarity, intellectual understanding. If you see all the great devotees, great bhaktas, Chaitanya, Ramanuja, Madhva, all these great bhaktas, they had very strong intellectual base. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a great Nayayika philosopher. Nayayika means logic. He's a great philosopher of logic. Once you reach the height, peak of the logic, only then you fall in the valley of love. Only then you are qualified to fall in love. Unless you reach the heights of the logic, you are not qualified to fall in the valley of love. You can't fall in love unless you reach the peak of intellect. All the great masters, all the great devotees, they have reached the peak of intellect. They had a strong intellectual understanding. They had a strong Shastra base. Whether Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Madhva or Ramanuja, all these great masters of devotion, they had a strong intellectual base.